Alright, what up, Who That Nation? Welcome back to another episode of No Cap, No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G. And the Saints have waived wide receiver A.T. Perry. Y'all done told me this was going to be the next Michael Thomas. Y'all told me this was going to be the next Marcus Colston. Just because a guy got a body frame similar to a Michael Thomas or Marcus Colston don't mean they're going to be Michael Thomas or Marcus Colston. You can find plenty of people with that same body frame as a Michael Thomas. It's only one Michael Thomas. Same with Marcus Colston. Everybody, a lot of these guys are similar when it comes to body frame, but what's the difference is work ethic and that dog. And just skill, just raw talent. You know that studying playbooks, studying plays, being a gym rat, like all that stuff makes the difference. But if I had to think of what this means, a lot of people are speculating they're making room for Davante Adams. He wears number 17. Davante Adams wears number 17. Davante could come right on in and have that jersey number, even though I'm pretty sure Adams could have got that jersey number regardless if he was still on the team or not. All he had to do was pay for it. But Davante Adams, he put up a cryptic message on his Instagram of Edgar Allan Poe. Now, all you literature rats and all that, y'all might could figure out what he's getting at when he posted that. But it's just funny with this cryptic era and social media era. A lot of these guys just be trolling. A lot of these guys just be putting down stuff that they listening to during the song. Sometimes it can mean something, sometimes it can't. But I'm not about to be, chasing my tail trying to figure out what this means. Like, I know I see a lot of Saints fans having fun with it. Edgar Allan Poe, Dennis Allen, Poe boys, Edgar Allan Poe, New Orleans. Like, everybody's having fun with it right now, and that's cool, have fun. But me, if he come to New Orleans, makes no difference to me. If he come, cool. If he don't, cool. It makes no difference. But if he does come, that's an extra ammunition I got for Dennis Allen to have no excuses. But as far as A.T. Perry go, if I had to just put a guess on it, man, this dude was a healthy and active. I've been on record saying Dennis Allen hates Kendrick Miller. Maybe he hated A.T. Perry more than Kendrick Miller. Last season, there was a speculation that the young guys that wasn't studying their playbooks. Like a lot of these guys, they go home with their iPad. They could study on their own time. And, it was speculation that some guys wasn't studying hard enough. I had it. I was figuring it was Kendrick Miller because, it just seemed like a lot of the coaches, just having dislike towards him. I was figuring it was Trevor Penning as well, because the way he was playing. But maybe it was A.T. Perry. Maybe it was A.T. Perry and some more guys, I wasn't never too high on A.T. Perry. I really felt like he was another Robert Meacham. Everybody was talking about Marcus Colston and can't go on Mike, but Robert Meacham, he had a pretty solid career, but I just felt like A.T. Perry he didn't have a bag when it came to a route tree. Like, his speed was okay. When it comes to yards after the catch, okay. Like, I was never that high on A.T. Perry like most people was. Mason Tipton, he clearly didn't beat him out in camp. So I was never too high on the guy. So it don't really make no difference to me. A lot of people felt like, oh man, he showed signs last year. He had 4 touchdowns, almost 300 yards. Like, yeah, he ain't really moved me. So maybe they're just making room to add that offensive lineman guy that they got from the Jets practice squad. And it's just a roster move, that they felt like was in the best team's interest. If I had to put my finger on it, I think it was just poor work ethic. Now maybe they could sign him back if he clears waivers, they could sign him back. But maybe some other team come get him. Maybe Atlanta Falcons come get him. Maybe they feel like they'll need help in their wide receiver room. You never know. But yeah, man, as far as the Davante Adams coming to the Saints, I don't know, man. It's been speculation that he's going to the Ravens now. It's been speculation that he's going to the Jets. The Saints, they'll have a lot of stuff to work around when it comes to the cap to get a Devontae Adams. But who cares if it helps you win a Super Bowl, right? If you all in on Dennis Allen and Derek Carr, go ahead on and be all in. But yeah, man, we're gonna have to see, bro. It's gonna be an interesting thing to watch. I think that they're gonna give a little bit more dosage of Kendrick Miller this weekend. Since Taysom Hill is likely going to be out, I think they're going to give some more doses of Mason Tipton this weekend, especially since we got A.T. Perry gone. He's been getting snaps already, him and Cedric Wilson, so we're going to see more of them. Maybe they should have kept a guy like Lynn Bowden. He was a guy that can do a lot of different things, like a Taysom Hill. You know, he could make plays out the backfield at running back. He could make plays in the slot. You know, maybe we should have kept the limb out. But yeah, man, Thursday night football, it was a hell of a game. It was a hell of a game. It was so fun to watch. Like Baker Mayfield, he just so fun to watch. I think he really found a home in Tampa Bay. Kirk Cousins, I already felt like the Falcons offense was gonna, you know, be off to a rough start. But I didn't think the offensive coordinator was gonna be this kind of bad. I think he could do much better at personnel and play calling. But Kirk Cousins, I didn't think he was going to start the season off, you know, not healthy. I thought he was going to be fully healthy when the season started, but I guess it was more time for him to recover from that injury. And then you got to remember that these dudes ain't even play preseason. You know, like Kirk Cousins, he didn't play preseason, and I think he was limited in training camp. So I wasn't surprised to see that offense being off to a rusty start. But I said before the season started, man, this is a 3-team race in this division. Like, I don't feel like the division is strong because I don't think there's no contenders in the division. I think all these 3 teams are solid. I think the Saints are a solid team. I think the Bucks are a solid team. I think the Falcons are a solid team. One of these guys are going to win a division, and one of them going to host a playoff game. But just because you're in the playoffs don't mean that you're a contender. It's just like the Seahawks. I don't think the Seahawks are a contender, but they're a solid team. They're a team that they could beat anybody on any given day. You won't count them out, you know. And I see the same with the Saints and the Falcons and the Bucks. Now, as far as a Saints fan saying, man, the Falcons should be 0-5. There were Shaheed Muff punt away, Saquon Barkley drop away, this and that away from being. They could say the same thing for being 5-0. You know, if they would have made the scores in the red zone, if the flag should have been called when they played KC, they could make the same argument. You know, give them people their credit. They're winning. They're finding games to win. Teams are not making more plays than them. That's what it means to win a game. When you win a game, it simply means you have more points than the other team, which means you made more plays than the other team. If the game is close in the first place, obviously they're doing something right. I don't remember nobody saying the Saints were lucky when we had that Redskins game and Robert Meacham had made the team who picked off Drew Brees fumble, and I think we won that game. Like, sometimes it count, sometimes hustle count. And this is a team sport. It's a team effort. When you get a fumble, that counts towards the effort of you winning. When you making field goals, that's clutch. That's counting towards the team of winning. When you get a team off the field on third down, it's a team effort on all 3 phases: special teams, defense, and offense. So if they're making plays on special teams to help out the offense, if they're making plays on defense to help out the offense, that's all goes into a win. Because at the end of the day, after 17 weeks, nobody's going to look back and say, man, they could have won this game. Man, they should have won this game. They're going to look at, did you win? I'm not in a coulda, woulda, shoulda, if business. I'm in the end results business. What happened business. What is business. That's what I'm in. I'm not coulda, woulda, shoulda, if records. What happened? Did you win? The Jets just lost to the Broncos, and Bo Nix only had 60 yards. If you would have told me Bo Nix had 60 yards, I would have said the Jets was going to win. But guess what? They didn't. Because the Broncos made more plays. Both teams are going to make mistakes. Both teams are going to be like, damn, man, I should have made this play. I wish I could have that play back. Both teams going to have it. Both teams going to have some flags. They're going to feel like, man, this flag should have been called. Man, this flag shouldn't have been called. But at the end of the day, who had more points? who had more plays. Give them people their credit. You know, when nobody's saying we was lucky when we beat the Vikings in the NFC Championship and Brett Favre threw that bonehead play to Tracy Porter, and then we had got the field goal to win. Or nobody's saying we was lucky when we got the championship win and we did the onside kick, and then we got Tracy Porter, sealed the deal. We made the necessary plays to win. Who won the game? Give them people their credit. And the Bucs, they're playing well. Me personally, I had the Falcons winning the division before the season started, but I might go ahead on and change my mind and say I'm thinking the Bucs might win. I feel like the Bucs got a better defense than the Falcons, and I feel like their offense is just more, you trust that offense more. You know, and I think Baker is the best quarterback in the division right now. Like, Derek Carr, he's heavily dependent on everything perfect to go his way to have a good game. He's heavily dependent on the run game, which that's what the offense is asking for out the offense. But, you know, at some point, you got to look at Derek Carr's limitations, and his limitations is pressure. When you get that pressure in his face, he's a different quarterback. He's not the only one in this system, but still could. But he's not the only quarterback that is in this system, but other quarterbacks are still thriving off of their arm and under conditions of pressure and under conditions of not everything is going perfect. You know? So all I feel like is, you know, this division is as competitive as I thought it was going to be. Once again, I don't think it's a strong division. I don't feel like there's any contenders in this division. I feel like when it comes to the NFC, I think the Green Bay Packers are the contenders. I think the Lions are contenders. I think once their people start coming back slowly, I think the 49ers are going to be back in the mix. We'll see what's going to happen with the Eagles when they get A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith back and Lane Johnson. But for the most part, you know, if you could get in the playoffs in the NFC, you got a shot. And I guess that's what the route is, having to win this division. And it's not hard to win this division. And as far as this game Monday night, yeah, the national media got us the underdog. Yeah, the Vegas got us as the underdogs, but stop trying to make it seem like this is David versus Goliath type of thing. Like, stop trying to paint that underdog narrative on the Saints. Like that to me, that's corny to me. You know, like if you know football is about matchups, and I feel like the Saints can match up very well with this Chiefs team. Both teams got good defenses, and if you ask me, shoot, the Saints probably got like a player or two more playmakers for Derek Carr disposal than Patrick Mahomes. So now let's stop acting like this is just this big feat to overcome for the Saints. You know, it's not like the Chiefs been playing well. It's not like they've been firing on all cylinders. You know. So, like, to me, when you try to put that underdog mantra on you, it's like, okay, if you lose, it's like, well, nobody had us winning anyway. But if you win, you're like, oh, man, everybody counted us out. Like, man, come on, man. Stop trying to paint yourself as the underdog. I remember the 49ers was doing that one year, and they was winning all them games. Like, come on, man, you're not the underdog no more. Just go out there and go get the win, if you could do it. We're going to see if Dennis Allen can take advantage of, you know, the Chiefs not having their offseason acquisition in Hollywood Brown, not having Pacheco, which I feel like is a top 10 running back, not having Rashee Rice, which is probably been their best offensive weapon, you know, these past couple of games. So, going to see if Dennis Allen, this defensive guru, can take advantage of that. But that's what I feel about the A.T. Perry situation. I'm about to get ready to run an errand or two before work. Y'all leave y'all comments down in the section below. Tell me what y'all think about with the A.T. Perry situation. Tell me what y'all think about what's going on in the division. And tell me what y'all think about the matchup Monday night. You know, are we underdogs in your eyes? Or do you feel like, nah, man, we can just as very well win that game just as much as them? You know, let me know what y'all feel like down in the comment section below.